Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Okay, so we covered playing hard to get, which is stupid. The time and the energy that you do give, ladies, let me give you a little something. The time and the energy that you do give is fraught with stress, chaos, and a lack of peace. You make the exchange frustrating to him by doing a couple of the following things. Word games, playing with the words, semantics, which all of that to him, them word games and stuff, translates into manipulation, lies, and some form of deception where he feel like he being finessed. You giving off finesse vibes. You giving off I'm a liar vibes. When you try to play word games with him, you saying one thing, but you kind of mean another, and he gotta catch on, and that's all stupid. That's all of that is dumb. Thank you, Sean Christopher. So I had to bam. I had to hit the like button and donation. Your understanding of us men is impeccable. Thank you for all you do. And thank you. Switching around his words, all of that is frustrating. Here's the other thing that you do. You call yourself just communicating with him. The other thing that you do is you give him chaos by giving him problems he can't solve. Thank you once again, Norrin. Problems he can't solve. Talking about your feelings and talking about your perception of things in ways that make it seem like you got a problem with it. Whenever you present a problem to a man, his first instinct is to solve it. His first instinct is to solve that. That's just in his DNA. He wants to solve problems. He likes doing it. He often feels quite sure of himself and good about himself when he successfully solves them. So if you're talking about, my feelings and and you running off at the mouth thinking you just communicating and opening up and all this other kind of stuff, wrong answer. And I'm not saying you can't never say nothing about your feelings ever, but they have to be relevant to the moment. And if you're going to present it like you got a problem, you got to be ready for him to solve it. You can't be presenting stuff and then be like, well, I don't want you to do nothing about it. Now he about to get frustrated. Now he about to get frustrated with you. Thank you, big black bubba. I like hearing you say, such a lovely voice. Thank you. Now you about to frustrate that man. He don't want to hear all of your emotions. They your emotions. And if it's not a problem to be talked about, something that has to be worked out, he actually don't want to hear about them. That's the truth of men. They don't actually want to hear about our emotions if we not having a problem. The only emotion that he want to hear about where ain't no problem is happiness. Other than that, if you having some type of issue and he can't really do nothing about that and you know that, please stop talking about it to him. That's what your girlfriends and somebody else is for. You can talk about your own stuff. Don't talk about him to your girlfriends. You talk about your feelings to your girlfriends. Thank you, Black Engine. Says, salute, sister. Any words of wisdom for men who's seeking to multiple wives in today's climate? Your vetting process got to be stringent. And don't move it just because she look good. Men don't like to talk about feelings, not theirs and not yours. If you not coming like, "Ooh, baby, I'm so happy, thank you, blah, 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 blah." He like that. It seems shallow, but whatever. We're more emotional than he is, and it just is what it is. Thank you, Vibes and Stuff. Said long time supporter and listener, first time super chatter. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Vibes and Stuff. That's what it is with him. Because he's trying to solve what he perceives as a problem. Now it's just frustrating. So your energy is frustrating. Because you come with a lot of chaos. You don't have your own thoughts in order. So let's move on. Femininity. Always conditional with a hyena. Femininity is conditional. You don't even like to invest being feminine first. And here's the thing. It's always dressed up with, if you feminine with a man, he gonna take advantage of you. I want to know exactly what women think men are gonna do with a feminine woman. Here's the other part of that. Y'all base what y'all gonna do as women on what men do. Well, I get the same energy I'm getting. That's actually not a good thing. That's not the right approach. You're supposed to give lioness energy everywhere if you a lioness. And if you run across a man that don't know what to do with a lioness, you're not supposed to deal with him. That's where your vetting process come in, sis. And it's too many of y'all that don't have a good vetting process. And the reason why you don't have a good vetting process is because you don't understand men or what they do or what they supposed to be doing or you don't know nothing about men. And you also feel like you're not responsible for doing any work in a relationship, beginning, middle, or end.